Okay, go.
Hey, it's Nick here with Carpenter Country Quality Goods. So check it out. We have a very cool truck that a good friend of mine decided I need to test. Now, he came to me like 3 days ago. He died on the side of the road. I explained to him that it's probably the coil, the way he described it, and it was. But he couldn't fix it because it had a lot of aftermarket mods. I said, well, bring it to me. Now, for instance, they got an aftermarket grill. I can't put my fingers into it to pop the latch for all the people that are interested. So I made this up for him.
Yeah.
Basically, I just put some wire around with a loop, so I got to stick this in here, which is really silly.
But it works. Bam.
And then I can open it, and you guys can see what's going on. So what you're going to see is they did an aftermarket distributor with the coil. He was used to seeing the more standard distributor, which would have a center plug that go to external coil. This has actually got the coil inside the distributor. So I was like, well, because I was trying to explain to him over the phone. I didn't know he had this been modified. Once I saw it, I said, okay, I know what the problem is. So we did some testing, found out this was not shooting out a spark. Now, when you have this kind of MDS type ignition and you've upgraded it, you have also an ignition module that has to be replaced, kind of like a GM. This allows a bigger spark. So anyways, we're looking at a 78 Ford pickup truck. This got the 460 big block, and they've upped it up so it has a little higher ignition. They went to a newer Holley 4-barrel carb. I'm not really happy with the air intake. I think that should be a little bit more substantial, but he told me to also test it. So when he brought it to me, I did not like how some of the wires, they didn't wrap them up from the old distributor, so it got me confused. But what's really cool about this truck up and above, everybody's seen these 78 Fords, even though this one's beautiful. It's lifted. I think these are 42 inch, or I believe.
Really large.
I don't see it. It's a 38. So it's a 38 inch tire. So what also he has actually factory AC, which was not hooked up. And so we hooked that up with the appropriate belt, because the belt was missing. But he has actually factory AC, which is really, really, really cool. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna start this girl up. It is an automatic, and we're gonna play in the snow.
Sounds pretty good. Go.
I'll just hold
Go.
it.
All right, guys, so what we're gonna do, this is actually a video for James. I think you guys have fun. I told him that I'd come out and test it. I love these trucks. She sounds really good. I'm not a big fan of all the aftermarket stuff that they put on. I think that these trucks are best original. Matter of fact, we're gonna do this short video. I'm just gonna put around, because I asked Jose to do a lot of repairs. I have not got a chance to test it. It feels good. This is an aftermarket steering wheel, very small. I like the larger one, but the brakes feel okay.
Let's see what
Let's
happens.
see.
Hold on, hold my cap.
How are you
She's
just holding
pretty good.
my feet?
I think, James, you've been beating on her a little bit. She's got a little bit of either an exhaust tick, but that's okay. She's going truck.
Very
Oh,
loud.
she's got a lot of pep.
It's not a very good video.
Well, she definitely wants to rip, so I don't know what all James has done to this. So for all you people that see these videos and they see these big trucks, this is what you experience in front of a cab. James has everything professionally done.
The F800 one was much smoother than this, if I
And
remember
these big trucks
properly.
they're bouncy.
This is not
I mean, this
optimal.
is not your average
I am terrible.
See, look, that's my
James, I'm not a fan
and
of
James
your truck.
right there. I'm
you
not
love
cool.
you, James, but I'm not a fan of your truck.
So James, I want to explain. I barely got on the gas and I drifted.
I'm like
you want to know why you're spinning? These tires are for flotation. So what happens? She wants to stay on top of the surface.
Make a lot of bouncing.
Hold that. So
hold
we
that
just want
Thomas.
to. I'm spinning coming up.
Yeah, it's a lot of bouncing. It's worse than when we did the F800 last week.
Well, I'm not going to get on her hard. We're definitely, this is not made for grip. We got a lot of ice.
It doesn't want to play
and I'm going to show you the difference. That's about all I think I'm going to do. He's been worried about the heat. We did seal up his external, he's got, the vents. One of the vents were broken. We did seal it for him. So we'll see how his heat does. It's been inside the shop, so let me see what we got here. It does have the AC on the dash. This is so that is actually factory AC. We're gonna put on a heat right there. Blower motor sounds good. Let's see what he's doing.
Sounds good.
Oil pressure. I'm gonna actually part this. That oil pressure seems a little lower than I want it to be. I said I hear something in the engine.
The little clicky clicks. Like clicky clicks.
She's still a little cold.
Like that. How about you just hold on?
Let's see what this girl will do.
Uh-oh. When your dad says that means you better hold on.
He's definitely got a tick. She's got I feel like it's not where I would want a 460 to be. She's a little hesitant. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of doing all this aftermarket stuff to these big girls. They're beautiful trucks. It looks cool.
It does look
right
cool.
There's where I went sideways. I didn't hit the gas.
We went sideways and you did not.
No, it's a flotation.
It's a natural thing. It's very bouncy.
Like right there, I just started my ass ends are coming across.
The suspension
and I don't like that.
Not optimal.
Very nice, beautiful truck. I think this has got to be tuned in a little better.
This is the best video ever. I thought the last one was the best video ever, but
and put this truck
move on
away.
to this one.
Let her kind of think about what she did.
Yes,
because I don't like the alternator.
It's really cool looking, but it's not the best for driving around.
I don't feel it's cold in here.
No, it's not cold. I think the heater is working. I will give you that the heater is working.
But yeah, this small thing is weird. You want to open the door for me?
Yes, dear. Hold on. Would you want to hold the video?
Yeah.
I might die then.
Oh, it's fine. We're going to go to it.
And
all right, so you guys got to see us drive this truck. Feels pretty good. I'll be straight with my viewers. I do not believe that you should modify these trucks too far. The truck looks great. I'm not going to knock that. It's not a brand new paint job. She has flaking, and I think it's a beautiful truck. But when you go to do a lot of mods, you saw what happened. We're here in the truck. Yeah, she's starting good. Depending on where you're at with the gas, she really wants to get up and go. We've jacked her up high. That's going to add to a rougher ride. A lot of people think, well, I got big tires, so I'm going to grab better. That's not these type of tires called for flotation. These are not made to be on the snow. And you saw me. I was just cruising up some ass end just comes around. That's not what these trucks are about. Now, all in all, it's a beautiful truck. Tried and true American steel. And that's what I love. And I actually hope that, James, if you're listening, let me play with it a little bit and let's get her where I think it should be and represent what you want it to be. Because I think that there's a couple things that people modded that didn't do it right, didn't get that intake correct with the carburetor. I think that we can get it so it's a little more, it doesn't have as much hesitation on the throttle. So I didn't get a chance really to play with this truck so much. As this is the first day I drove it. And now I've seen what I would like to do. And now, also another thing, as you saw on the camera, that oil pressure is not where we want it. So I want to check that a little better. That shouldn't have that much fluctuation. It should not be that low on an idle. But at the end of the day, beautiful truck. Looks amazing. And if you're just going to use it for show and shine, the parts, people are going to just love it to death. But
good, yes.
as a daily driver, I think that it needs a little bit more stuff done if I was gonna use it all day. But anyways, that's my opinions. I'm Nick, Carpenter Country Quality Goods, Toledo's Handyman. See you next time.